struggles that black girls go through to find makeup is just emotional. Like, you're going to a shop, try to find your colour, and then there's nothing that actually suits your colour because you're come up a bit like white and ashy, or it's just too dark, so it just makes you look, I shouldn't say like death, but like on the verge of it. And then when you actually do find your colour, when you go back, say, what, 2 to 3 months time, it's discontinued and you're there like, I'm back to square one again. It just makes you wonder, like, we do want makeup too to look flaky and whatnot, but it's finding where.
I feel like for black women, like especially when it comes to foundation, like you can't buy like a cheap like drugstore foundation. I feel like you have to go to like MAC, Bobbi Brown, Mary Kay. You always have to buy expensive foundation when you're black, I feel.
Yeah, because they'll do like one black shade. It'll be like 5 white shades and then just one for black women. It's like we're not all the same colour, like, and it's always really orangey, or it doesn't have the right undertone, and sometimes you have to mix it. Like we bought the Kiko.
That Kiko was like it was cheap actually, it was like £5.90, but when I put it on, it was like proper like orange as you go up through the day, so I had to mix it with my MAC one.
Well, for like the past like 3 or 4 years, I've managed to find my foundation, which I always use, which is MAC 44.5. Yeah, 44.5. But before that, like in secondary school especially, I obviously didn't have MAC money really, and I didn't really know about it. So obviously I went to just like normal beauty stores, and the darkest was like a beigey colour. So I basically used that and then loads of bronzer on top of it to try and make it my own colour, but I was just glowing, I was like orange. So, but I used that for ages because I thought that obviously that was the darkest colour I could get. And then I have tried to use alternative foundations that are a bit cheaper than MAC, but even then you can't find the right colour. I think it's L'Oreal, they do that range now that goes really dark, but it's just not right. Like, I think MAC is good because it does come in 0.5 colours, because sometimes you just do need that little tiny tweak of like a shade different.
I think what else is annoying, like contour kits and stuff like that, is quite limited for black women, because like with some of the brands, they'll do like light, medium, dark, and their dark is like not dark for us. It's like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like light, yeah, I know what you mean.
It's like light-ish. It's really annoying, so you kind of have to improvise, and like I don't feel like we could buy a contour kit. Well, like if we spend more money, obviously we could, but if you wanted just something quick and something cheap, you'd have to kind of like improvise, make up your own.
Yeah, like my best friends would always go and buy this, and they were like, oh, just go to like Superdrug and get a foundation. And I'm like, I can't, because even though like their tones go to quite like dark, it's still not for my complexion. Like, I've tried like a drugstore and I feel like I look like a ghost. Like really, like it's really like hard. And like concealers too. I feel like the concealers are really like, I go to the Boots and like the highest tone, probably for like a tan white girl. So I feel like you have to go, as I said before, you have to go to MAC. You have to spend more, black girls have to spend money to look good, basically.
Yeah.
If you want to be on fleek.
I feel like for the fact that black people have been in Britain for so long, it still shocks me to this day that you can't walk into any given store and find makeup that matches you. I feel like quite often, even if there are shades for black people, there's not a lot of research that's gone into it. I.e., there's a light, a medium, a dark, and they're all red toned. When I go into, say, Superdrug or whatever, I find it very difficult to find shades that fit me because I have yellow undertones. So while it might be the right shade, it still looks off on my skin because somebody didn't take the time to choose different undertones for different people. It's like treating a whole group of people as if there's just one flat shade of black, which is unrealistic.
Which is one of the struggles. And we don't get like concealer, like there's not a lot of variety for concealer and stuff like that. Even with brands like Sleek, which is predominantly for like women of colour, there's like only a few shades like in terms of concealer, like luminizer and stuff, which is really annoying.
I feel like we're limited, like we have to like kind of make our own foundation, have to find like alternatives, like mix and match.
Yeah.
So it's a bit annoying. Yeah. I feel like we have to spend more money to find the right tones for ourselves.
And then when you start going online, you have to pay like postal packaging, and then that can be extortion. And then certain places that do black makeup don't deliver to the UK, so then you're at a loss again. So it's kind of like, how am I supposed to find makeup to suit me when all the odds are against me? It just doesn't make sense.
I think what's even more frustrating is that a lot of the brands that we get in the UK, you can get, say, in America. So you watch all of these YouTubers and they're using all of these products and it fits them perfectly, but I can't find those shades of the same products in the UK. And it's like, what is the point in this company making people like Beyonce or who's the other woman who was a spokesperson? Is it Kerry Washington? I feel like Kerry Washington was a spokesperson for one of these big brands like Maybelline or something. So you've got black women promoting your products, and me as a black woman, I can't go into the store and pick up a shade that fits me, even though your company offers that. I feel like then the excuse is, oh well, it's not selling. Something can't sell if it's not there in the first place. So it's like going around in circles. People say that there's no demand for it, and I know that in my friendship group alone, there's demand for it. So somewhere along the line, somebody's lying.
With me, I've also like found when I was in secondary school, I did like natural collection, and I thought that they had like a whole range of colours, but they literally came out the same. So my face would be like paley and sort of pink. And with MAC also, I do like the colours, but I feel it's a bit too yellow for me. So I've gone to Avon and they do like a pressed foundation, which is a much better match. And they also have like a full range of colours as opposed to like the 5 that you can get in these drugstore or something.
Like I said, we've been here long enough. It's not as if to say, you know, there's no market for it, and it's not as if the products don't exist. It's that we can't access them here. So what's the point of having products if you can't sell them? Like, it's a waste of time. I think it then discourages people because they think, wow, I can't, whenever I wear makeup it doesn't look right, and then you have this whole, well, I just think that's not for me, and it isn't the case. It's just that companies need to be more open to bringing shades in that will sell, because there are enough black people in the UK for these shades to sell. It doesn't make sense to me.
And we don't really know like what will suit us. Like sometimes in the ads, they'll be like, I don't feel like there's enough variety. So like even with lipsticks and like lip liners and stuff, you'll see it on someone and think like, oh, that looks so nice. And then you try it on, it's like, okay, not on me. Like, looks nice on her, but not on me. So that can be annoying sometimes. I feel like I'm always having to like Google like, this lipstick with darker skin, so I can see what it looks like on someone with my skin tone, or maybe a bit lighter or a bit darker, just to kind of gauge what it would look like on me.
Yeah, I feel like the only person you see, like black person you see on TV, like there's as makeup is Beyonce. Like I feel like that's when I think about it, that's the only woman you see, and they make you look lighter anyway. So we don't really get the full look.
Or like Jordan Dunn, I see her a lot in ads like for Maybelline and stuff, and she's so beautiful, like I love her. But she's not the only type of black woman. So it either feels like there's like a really light, if they do use a black woman, she's either really light skinned or like they'll use occasionally someone like the Peter, but maybe for like higher brands like Lancome and stuff like
Did
that.
they use like well-known dark? Like, did you see that post? I know about that with the black girl with the MAC colour lipstick. Did you see it? Did I see it? Do you see it? And she had like the book like I think it was hair on black lips, and like the comments were dragging her because she had big lips for being black.
Oh
Did you see it?
I can see that, yeah. Which is like sad because big lips are in fashion apparently.
Yes, but
But then
black
like,
would naturally have
obviously
them.
not on us. Big lips on fashion and everybody